Our interpretation of having sound eyes is whether we need to wear glasses or not. I've just had to start wearing these for reading purposes. I've reached that stage of my life. But as we've looked through Matthew and as we've explored the Sermon on the Mount, we see that Jesus had something quite different to say about what it meant to have sound eyes.
The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If, then, the light in you is darkness, how great is the darkness?
Ancient Mediterranean people thought in terms of what anthropologists, people who study people, called zones of interaction with the world around them. The way they saw it, there were three zones that made up the human person. Firstly, there was a zone of emotion. Emotion-fused thought. This includes your will, your intellect, judgment, personality, feeling, all rolled together. It's the activity of the eyes and of the heart. Sight, insight, understanding, choosing, loving, thinking, valuing. It's predominantly an internal thing. Secondly, there's the zone of self-expressive speech. That includes communication, listening and responding. It's the activity of the mouth, the ears, the tongue, the lips, the throat, our teeth, speaking and hearing, singing, swearing, listening, crying, even choosing to be silent. Third and finally, there's the zone of purposeful action. This includes the ways we might behave or interact with what's around us. It's the activity of our hands and our fingers, our legs and feet. And so it includes things like walking and sitting, standing and touching. We might think it obvious, but starting from that point and understanding in the Sermon on the Mount, we'll see Jesus addressing all three of these. Eyes and heart, as he talks about our attitudes to money and possession, and also the way we judge one another. Mouth and ears, as he teaches on asking and receiving. And hands and feet, as we talk about the roads we choose to walk and the houses that we choose to build. And in covering all of these things, he's talking about the complete human experience. He's deliberately talking to his Jewish audience in this way. But he starts here with eyes and heart. And when he says the eye is the lamp of the body, well, that's what he really means. You see, not only did ancient Mediterranean people think in terms of those three zones, but they believed they could see because light proceeded from their eyes. I.e. that our eyes worked something like a flashlight, with the energy, the light, coming from having a good heart. If your eyes were good, it must be because your heart was good. It was throwing out lots of light. If your eyes weren't so good, well, it must be because your heart was bad, which meant a whole body full of darkness. That's why they associated blindness with sin. If you couldn't see anything, well, it must be because your heart was really bad. And Jesus is saying that what we choose to look at, the way we choose to look at it, even the things perhaps that we enable others to see, well, they say more about your heart than you could ever possibly know. Because it's your heart that is leading you. So, think about how you use your eyes. Does what you look at or the way you see things suggest your heart is full of light or shrouded in darkness? Challenging, isn't it?